Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 89 of the Under Review podcast. Prep week, Cupcake week, whatever you want to call it, it is here. A lot of teams there's 4 SEC games, I think. But besides that, everybody's in prep week for their big matchup. We got 2 on a bye. We'll talk about that also here in a little bit as they prep for their own rivalry game. All that and more coming up on the Under Review podcast.
Welcome to the Under Review podcast, where Saturdays mean everything, rivalries run deep, and the SEC reigns supreme. Hosted by Todd and Marty, 2 die-hard fans breaking down every snap, storyline, and showdown across the Southeastern Conference. From the swamp to the plains, between the hedges to the bayou, no team is safe when it's under review. Now back to the action with Todd and Marty.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, episode 87, like I said before, we got me, co-host Marty, and Marty, you want to introduce?
Hola, my friends. I am back, but I bought friend this time. I only have 2, so I had to get him away from Chick-fil-A long enough. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my friend from Chick-fil-A, Collin. He's a big sports fan as much as we are. We talk every Monday, Tuesday, Friday if there's football or wrestling or whatever, but let's welcome him in.
Yes, sir. Roll Tide.
Start
You said a bad word.
Powered by Riverside FM.
Yeah, that's the...
But like I said, let's go ahead and jump into it. What we got, we're going to start off first. We're just going to throw it around the state. There is a lot of games to get into, but not a lot of meaningful stuff to talk about today. Like I said, not a lot of meaningful stuff to talk about. We got 2 Alabama teams that clinched their spot inside the bowl season. That Destroy at 6-4, Jacksonville State at 7-3. Sanford 1-10, South Alabama not going to a bowl 3-7, along with UAB, who's 3-7. Alabama State 8-2. West Alabama kind of fell off, losing 4 straight, 5-4. North Alabama 2-9, and then Alabama and A&M at 4-7.
States. I mean, Auburn could be putting that 2 or 3 teams better than Auburn in here.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah, we had a guy come in the store the other day that had a UWA shirt on, and we talked for a second. He said, "I don't watch football, just my daughter went there." I said, "Well, never mind."
Well, they are on a bye week because Division II playoffs start now, and unfortunately, they lost 3 games inside their division.
Wow.
So they are not going. So they are now done at 5-4. Scott Cochran, a pretty decent year. I say a pretty good year, to be exact, on his first year inside of as a head coach. I think definitely some FCS, maybe FBS teams may call him. But see if he goes that route, if he wants to stay a head coach, or if he goes back to, or if he wants to start as an offensive coordinator at something higher.
Yeah, I mean, what did he go 5-0 beginning of the season? Just on the stretch, didn't have enough to pull it out, but. I don't know. I do like him staying a head coach. I think he's got it, but I mean, we know he can fit in that role as an elite coordinator, especially in the SEC.
And then first, we'll start off with the United Athletic Conference, the UAC. 6-5 Southern Utah versus 2-9 North Alabama, 1 p.m. on ESPN Plus.
Wow, I'm surprised they got 2 wins already.
Oh. Yeah. Let's see. I'll check it up and.
It's been a rough season for them.
Very so. Well,
very.
And who did you say the Lightning Chickens were?
That is the north or the southeastern. Yeah, southern. God dang, I'll get it right. Southern Utah.
Never heard of it. Pretty cool logo. Pretty cool logo.
I think we've had them before this season.
I didn't think. I mean, as far as everything, we see a lot of teams, but.
No, we haven't. But yeah, like you said, we do see a lot of teams.
Yeah, like Collin said, that kind of got a high school feel to it, just as.
Kind of like Donahoe.
Yeah, like a pissed off Donahoe.
Yeah. Yeah. Utah Tech was the one I was thinking of, that other cool logo.
Ah.
But we're not talking about logos here. I think Utah, Southern Utah, to be exact, I think they're a better team, obviously.
Yeah.
just North Alabama's not there. They still have their head coach. I'm still shocked about that at this point in the season. So I'm, going 2-10. I think this will be their last game of the season. Yes, this is the FCS. So all these FCS teams, if they don't make it into their playoffs, this will be their last game. So next week is going to look a little different here for rivalry week on the Under Review podcast. So
what kind of week? What kind of week?
Rivalry week.
How do you spell that? With a big
Three
W?
W's.
3 W's.
Big W.
Big.
So I think Southern Utah here is
Yeah,
that's carry this
definitely
one,
Utah there.
And there's no line for FCS.
That's bad.
That's
So-
like under the radar.
Can't
Yeah.
tell you.
That's not
So
under
it's
review.
going
That's
on
under the radar.
And then our favorite, SWAC TV, got SWAC action. 3-7 Arkansas Pine Bluff versus the 8-2 Alabama State Golden Hornets. 2 p.m. on SWAC TV.
And that's what kind of? I'm so confused. I know we talk about logos way too much here, but that is a what?
It's an Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Pine? Okay, I've heard of them, but I didn't know that logo because it looks like a tiger with a mane of. Get Mr. Fix It on it. That is.
Judging by their record, this might be a one-sided matchup.
Oh, most definitely. This might be one of them games you stay for the halftime show and leave. Especially.
So they're the Arkansas Pine Bluff Golden Lions.
Okay, that makes sense now, but that is a very confusing.
Yes.
I mean, okay, whatever.
Um,
They doing much.
Yeah, well, I don't think anything. I like ASU here definitely.
Yeah.
It's gonna be might be like a game we call all black uniforms.
yeah. This is a 3-7 Arkansas Pine Bluff team. 3 wins on the season. Alcorn State 20-24. Southern 40-21, and then they beat Lincoln, California 34-8. That's the Lincoln team that West Alabama's going to play. They went like 0-8 this season.
Oh, the ones that been canceling games that play like maybe 6 games all year.
Well, I would, but going looking into it, I think I'm going to stick with hometown here. I like Andrew Bodie here at quarterback. Like I said, could be FBS material next year.
That transfer portal cranking up.
Definitely.
Yeah, he's 20 touchdowns to 1 interception, 1,700 yards on the season, 113 for 160, 70% passer completion. I don't know SEC caliber, but definitely should be playing maybe South Alabama, but should be playing somewhere in the FBS next year.
Right. Numbers like that, I mean, especially, like we've said before, it is a little bit lower cap, but you're putting that really good numbers up consistently, you definitely can make that next step.
Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah, just fall off. I told Todd one day I'm just going to fall off this thing.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Some more SWAC action.
Some more
4-7 Alabama A&M versus 5-5 Texas Southern. Another 2 p.m. on SWAC TV.
Yeah, so this is definitely looking at this. This is going to be one of them paint noodle games.
Yeah. Could
Well,
be a toss-up.
Yeah.
that's where I was leading to. Again, Alabama, they've won 4 games. They beat Alcorn State. They beat Tennessee State. They beat Lane College. And they beat Mississippi Valley State.
That's
Then
the ones with the red and green devils?
Yeah.
From
the Delta Devils.
Yeah,
You flip it over to Texas Southern. They beat Mississippi Valley, Arkansas Pine Bluff, Grambling, Lynchburg, and then Southern. So
who was their losses to?
Prairie View by 1. California 35-3. Lamar, Alcorn State, and then Alabama State.
Like I said, again, as much as that we talked about getting SWAC TV, we still ain't got it yet. But I like TSU or STD or whatever ST.
You better watch that one.
Whatever that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think Texas Southern, just the way that it was, they lost to Alabama State by 20 or something. Alabama A&M lost to them by almost 50, I think. So I think Texas Southern might run away with this one.
Then again, if A&M does play with a chip on their shoulder, they might stand a chance, possibly.
Yeah.
I think the chips already fell off their shoulder when they got beaten in the Music City Classic.
Ooh, yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Some Sun Belt Conference. The 7-3 Southern Miss Eagles versus the 3-7 Pride of South Alabama. 2:30 ESPN Plus.
First of all, where in the flying heck do you come up with all these logos?
Look, I have a logo website that I pull from.
South
South Alabama just kept messing up when I was doing the auto generate. So I just said, screw it. I found this one.
Yeah. I seen the Southern Miss. I said, I've heard of them. Who is USA Pride? What?
I've never heard of that, honestly.
But now that you say that it's South Alabama,
This
and
is
again,
South
they will
Alabama
be
old logo, like one of their first couple variants.
Oh, wow.
And
that's
it's
pretty.
something they actually wore on their helmet.
Wow, that's pretty cool though. But definitely, they're going to be 3-8 after this.
Mhm.
I mean, Southern Miss just way too much, and South Alabama's really,
Yeah, they're eating it right now.
yeah, most definitely.
I know I like my Illuminist from Southern Miss. But let me give you some numbers. This is an FBS matchup, so I can get some numbers on this matchup. 55% chance by ESPN for Southern Miss. Vegas only has Southern Miss going into South Alabama at 1.5 here.
Okay, that's still not. I mean,
They're also on a 4-win streak right now, too.
Who's that, Southern Miss?
I believe they are. I could be wrong on the date.
No, they lost last week.
They lost last week. Yeah, you're right.
There was only 5-game win streak before then, and then lost last week to Texas State, 41-14 to be exact.
That's when they didn't even show up. I don't know. I think Southern Miss might come out just ready to go, and they know. Excuse me. They know they can take it to USA here, so I'm gonna take Southern Miss.
Well, I'm going to side with the major on this one. I'm going to go South Alabama with the upset at home to kind of spoil some Sun Belt conference matchup for USA because I think
it's major there. Just the team sucks.
Let's see.
I like that take, though.
Yeah, so if Southern Miss loses, Arkansas State has a chance to get into the Sun Belt Conference Championship at a record of 5-5. So I like the underdog here. I'm going South Alabama.
Cougars.
Oh, here we go again. This happens every week.
I think it's operator error.
Well, I thought I fixed it. I went through it earlier, so that didn't happen.
I look like I've been drunk and I
Look like I'm 12 years old again.
got.
That happens.
So anyway, we'll talk. There's one point I want to get on before we get to the SEC, but I missed the Sunday recap. But what a game by Jack State. I actually watched that one because the other games were really not contention to me staying on. But what a heck of a game Jack State played. They really looked well-rounded. Cook was, what's the quarterback's name?
They had 2 of them. Krill played
and Cook is the running back, man. They pretty much did whatever they wanted to, but Jack State get a win right here. We'll get into the Conference USA Championship, which hopefully could be held at home.
Yeah, so speaking of Jack State, Conference USA matchup, 7-3 Jacksonville State Gamecocks goes to FIU, who's 5-5. 2:30 on CBSSN. I messed that up.
CBS Sports Network.
Yeah.
So can we watch that?
Should be. I don't know. Should be on ESPN Plus as well.
Oh, okay. Then that's
some numbers here before we. 54% ESPN says Jack State, 1.5 favorite by Vegas for Jack State.
Seems a little low there.
Yeah.
I'd agree. I just, Jack State sitting top, the only undefeated team inside Conference USA here. Florida Atlantic for international, sitting mid-pack, but I just think Krill and Cook and all these other guys will be just a little bit too much, especially Caleb Nix on that defense.
Yes, man. He played a heck of a game.
He had 2 interceptions.
Bo Nix's little brother.
Another Sun Belt Conference matchup. 1-9 Georgia State and TJ Finney go to the 6-4 Troy Trojans. 3 p.m. on ESPN Plus.
So you mean he stayed long enough to a full season?
I don't know if he's starting anymore, but he's still there.
Well, he probably got still 3 more years of eligibility.
Somehow.
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Irrelevant.
Yeah, definitely Troy right here. Because, man, Georgia State's garbage.
Yeah, that's one-sided completely.
Yeah.
I mean, TJ on the year's 127 for 201, 1,200 yards, 6 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. So not as many interceptions as he has jerseys hanging up in his house.
Yeah, so definitely prime Auburn.
Material.
Yeah.
But again, I'm a Troy 1-9. They're 1-9 for a reason, and Troy's just the better team there, and they play at home. Now here's a good one in the American Conference. Well, I say a good one, but to me it's a good one. American Conference 7-3 USF versus 3-7 UAB, 2 p.m. on ESPN Plus.
So is USF still in top 25?
Let me check that.
I think so. I think they're 22, 23, something.
Yeah, they've been really kicking it off. Okay.
Yeah.
24th right now in the AP polls.
Yeah, and after Dilfer got gone, they got that, I guess, morale kind of win. But after that, it's really not been too much for UAB. I think once they do get some stability and work on the program, but it won't reflect anything at 2:00 at they play at Protective still.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely USF.
Yeah, as much as I want to go UAB, I think Byron Brown and this Bulls team's going to be way too much for.
Are they topping the American?
I just had it up.
That's what I was trying to get to it before.
Let's see.
Yeah, he's also got half his incompletions too.
No, South Florida is 5th in the American.
Wow.
Behind Navy and Tulane.
Okay, I could see that.
Yeah, this American Conference, Navy, Tulane, North Texas, East Carolina, South Florida, Memphis, Army, they're all in the top areas. But who's this? South Florida's got 2 losses. I mean, they can still make it, but it's going to be a grind for them.
They're going to need other people to mess around. Yeah.
But we're going to step aside real quick, take a word from our sponsor, and get into some SEC games.
Hey, babe, we got ants.
Okay, kill them.
No, really, there's a lot of freaking ants.
Well, what do you want me to do? I ain't no expert.
Well, fine then. I'll call Tactical Home and Pest.
Go ahead and call Benjamin.
Hey there, this is Ben with Tactical Home and Pest, proud sponsor of Todd and Marty and their Under Review podcast. And can I just say that if the bugs I deal with had referees, I'd be called for targeting. Tactical Home and Pest. 256-592-2842 or visit me at tacticalhomeandpest.com.
Tactical Home and Pest for all your pest control needs. Just call Benjamin. Let's get into some SEC matchups. The real reason why we're all here tonight.
Yeah. What's that? The Gavin.
Nitty gritty.
Let's talk about this bye week here. Mississippi State goes on a bye. Ole Miss goes on a bye as they prepare for the Egg Bowl next Friday night.
First of all, Ole Miss will be fine.
Yeah.
Mississippi State, they're so much hope. I mean, we knew early in the season they would still be a mid-pack team, but I think they've kind of fell off from that.
They're better than they was last year. They was bottom of the barrel last year.
They really were.
Yeah,
they were dead last inside the SEC.
Well, then was it Florida? Then
Auburn.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, it's 11 a.m. kickoff next week for the Egg Bowl. We'll get more to that next week. We have 3 Friday games to cover for you next week. And like I said, we'll get into all that, talk a little bit about it Sunday, and probably piss Marty off a little bit too.
That wouldn't be the first time.
No. But here is your rankings for this year. All right, Marty, what was the big purpose of this?
Well, the big purpose is I know Collin can say we've talked about this so much at work as if Alabama loses to Auburn or if Alabama this, and then who holds tiebreakers. We're trying to just figure out what is not just for Alabama, but we know Texas A&M is going to be there. That's without a doubt. We think that will be one of the teams.
Yes.
Who is going to be? Who's going to play them?
So as you can see, Georgia here at 7-1 in the conference. They're done playing. They've already played their 8 games.
Okay.
So they're locked in. 7-1 conference record for Georgia. Only loss came to Alabama. But they do have a win over Ole Miss. Okay? So I was watching a little bit about this earlier. If the Arkansas, Florida, or Kentucky. If 2 of those 3 teams win this week, that will knock Alabama out.
Oh, wow. But do you
Because
think
a winning percentage and based off like conference percentage based on if there's a tiebreaker between them and Ole Miss.
Yeah, that's what when me and our other buddy Gavin that we work with, we were so just trying to, and Ben were sitting around talking, just trying to figure out, I can't talk, how that was going to play out. But as an Alabama team, do you want to really be in the SEC championship?
You want to make, I know I see Collin shaking his head. Here.
I don't think so, to be honest.
You don't, but you need to beat Auburn.
Yes, we have to. We're at a point now, like, this is desperation. Like, if we had beat Oklahoma, we'd be a lot more
You're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that would have locked you in. But like I said, and especially now, it's in Jordan-Hare. It's 6 o'clock game.
6:30 kick.
Yeah, it's
Crazy things happen when Auburn and Alabama get together when the lights go down in Jordan.
Oh, I've been there once or twice.
Yeah. So,
But no, I've got so many impacts for next week. But yeah, I mean, like I said, that was one of our things. Texas A&M for sure, hands down.
yeah, even if they lose to Texas, they're still in.
Yeah, so I mean, especially since we're mostly in Alabama, kind of around here, that's what I thought. I wouldn't want to be. Alabama's going to have to win out.
Yes.
Because a loss here at even SEC championship, I think knocks them out.
I'd have to see their rankings, especially after or hearing a little bit when the rankings come up. I want to get a live look into when the rankings come out, see where they actually dropped Alabama to, because that right there, how far they dropped in the CFP, will really determine if they beat Auburn, if they lose to Auburn, how they shape up here.
Right.
Because, like I said, if they beat Auburn, I think they're an SEC championship lock. Then if they lose to Texas A&M, it's going to be how far can they drop if they lose or, if they win, they win, they're obviously in. But, when the college football poll that comes out tonight will definitely say a lot.
You know what time it comes out?
It's supposed to be 7.
Okay, I thought so. Like, since so much going on this week,
Yeah.
especially for that. Excited for rivalry week.
Rivalry week next week. And here's the best matchup of the week. 1-10 Sanford Bulldogs go to Kyle Field, who's 10-0. 11 a.m. kickoff on the SEC Network.
Where's your upset button at?
Yeah.
Right here.
Well, you can throw it out in the yard.
Darn.
If Sanford even scores a point,
Can you take a guess on the line here?
Oh,
wow.
35?
Oh, Sanford sucks so bad they don't have one.
Wow.
It is in 99% in favor of Texas A&M.
I was about to say, what's the favor margin from?
But no lines, no nothing. I guess it's because they're an FCS school. I don't know, but there is no line on this game.
Well, there shouldn't be.
They're getting the Cleveland Browns treatment right now, for real.
Dude, speaking of that, I thought Shadir played really. I meant to talk to you about it today, but Shadir played really well. I think he's not there yet, but he looked really good in the last couple of drives.
I just think the line really don't care right now because their season's done.
Yeah,
it's over.
Anywho, I digress.
Moving on.
Another pool noodle matchup here. 1-9 Charlotte versus the 8-1 Georgia Bulldogs. 11:45 on the SEC Network.
But really, in these silly games like this, I think it is good for your team to kind of polish up on some things and let some of these other guys get in there.
Yeah.
Get a little bit of playing time and stuff like that. And I hate it for Charlotte and Sanford because they're going, they're going to need
a pretty cool logo though.
Charlotte, what are they?
They're the 49ers.
Oh. Okay, that's a different take on that because I guess we're so used to seeing the other. But no, I think Georgia goes in, just handles business, let other guys get in.
Yeah.
So
some experience.
Yeah, and I think that's good for coming in because that was, even like with Gunnar Stockton, last year or so when he had to come in and get some, but that's because of what's his name got his bet got his bell rung.
He got his bell rung too, that Texas game.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I'll go
99% favorite for Georgia. Your prediction on the spread.
Hold it. What do you think, Colin?
I think on the spread. Well, it's obvious to me, really, because Georgia has been a little more consistent than Bama or any other SEC team has been right now.
Oh, I'm ready to die. What do you think point spread will be?
I'm going to say about 30-plus points.
Yeah, I was thinking about 28 plus.
43.5 for Georgia.
Ooh, I like to play.
So I would hate to know what that Sanford one was for sure.
I was about to say the same thing because Sanford ain't scored a lot of points this season.
Yeah, it's gonna be 75.
I try to get something different.
3-8 Eastern Illinois Panthers go to Bryant Denny. 8-2 Alabama Crimson Tide. 1 p.m. on the SEC Network.
So like I said, I didn't get to pick. I thought Bama played a fairly decent ball game. I don't think it was. They just couldn't get a lot of things going when they need to. But against that Oklahoma team, when they want to, when they play like that, I don't think many teams can beat them. Maybe that Texas A&M team, but they really played well.
Texas could. Texas beat the brakes off of them.
Like every opportunity that Bama gave Oklahoma, they took it.
Right. Yeah. That's probably the biggest factor game. Now I thought Brittany pointed out as well. Ty Simpson missed a lot of throws,
and Jan Miller was afraid to almost run down the field.
Yeah.
To me.
Anyway, besides the point of that, Alabama should come in again. I think they're going to be pretty upset about that. Run it up a little bit, get your other guys in.
I think this is going to be about a Louisiana Monroe game again.
Yeah,
77-0, something like that.
Yeah, well, all the quarterbacks have 3 touchdowns and no.
Yeah, I think Collin Russell's going to throw for about 250 this
definitely
game.
A rage game.
Yeah, definitely a rage game.
But 99% favorite of Alabama, no point spread because Eastern Illinois is a FCS team, and I'm going to go with Alabama as well.
Yep. Oh, it's a horse.
The 9-1 Mercer Bears travel to 4-6 Jordan-Hare to face the Tigers 1 p.m. on the SEC Network.
Yeah, I mean,
but
we shouldn't lose this game.
But yeah,
so this is the first game that it's not a 99% chance for a team to win. Auburn has a 94% chance.
I mean, hey, look, Brittany and I went to the Mercer game last year, and it was touch and go at sometimes, but we also had a moron throwing the ball.
And this also comes down to who both these teams played. I mean, look at Auburn. They played a lot of tough games. Georgia, all of them.
Yeah, I really, it's, Auburn season right now is what it is. I mean, and we even talked about it. Auburn is just a spoiler team now. So this
Auburn
could be.
Has officially announced that they are sitting Ashton Daniels this game. So is they going to start Deuce Knight or are they going to start Jackson Arnold? That's the question. I think they're leading towards Deuce Knight this game, and then Jackson Arnold is there to step in. That's the word I've heard.
So what's
the Twitterverse?
Okay, what's going on with Jackson then?
Oh, he sucks the heftiest farts out of your butts.
Oh, I get that. I mean, I figured Arnold would be 1, Deuce 2, kind of how they did with Daniels, but
that's like I said, that's just Twitterverse. So I mean, that could be. Durkin hasn't officially come out and said anything yet, but he has said that Daniels is sitting.
Yeah, which is good
to reserve a red shirt. So probably he's coming back next year. Could be for Auburn. It could be for somebody else. We don't know yet.
Hopefully for Auburn.
Yeah, I'm going Auburn that game.
Auburn.
6-3 Coastal Carolina versus 3-7 South Carolina. 3:15 on the SEC Network.
So now I want to put my input from last week.
Okay.
The worst collapse in I don't know. That was
abysmal.
Yes, that was. We watched a good portion of that, and if there ever needed to be I see the wild chickens up, just for South Carolina. But no, if there was anything of saying, Shane Beamer's done, I think it was that game. And I hate that because Shane Beamer is one of my favorite SEC coaches, but
he ain't getting the Virginia Tech job either.
That's we were going to touch on that, but I guess, man, after that,
30-3, and then you blow it.
yeah, you just and that could, I don't know if the team give up,
Well, they just got lax. They
Or-
got comfortable.
right, and then they put the gas on them, which I don't know. It was, but anyway, this game, I see their record, but what's their win loss?
94% chance. Let's start with this. 94% chance in favor of South Carolina. A 23.5-point favorite for South Carolina this game. The shop declares have lost to Virginia. Eastern Carolina didn't score a point on them. Old Dominion, 47-7. If you remember the Old Dominion team that absolutely blew out Troy last week.
Yeah, 900 to 6.
And then they lost to Georgia Southern last week, 45-40.
Yeah, I don't know what South Carolina's playing for because they officially done
Yep, 3-7.
from bowl contention. So I don't know. I hate it, but I mean I think they can take this one.
I'd say this Palmetto Bowl we got coming up next week is probably going to be the clash of the two worst teams that you could ever put inside of a freaking football stadium. But it's going to be fun to watch.
Good old Tank Bowl.
Yeah, thanks.
But I think South Carolina will win this one. There's not much to go off of here, but they are a bigger SEC team going up against a mid-card. Well, I say mid-card, they're 6-3, but a mid-card Sun Belt team here.
And a lot of South Carolina's games, I noticed, they mostly just kept coming up short.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they
And I
finish.
can't wait to have Hayden back on the show. I'm gonna dog the crap out of him for picking South Carolina.
Oh, he's coming.
Oh, I know. He South Carolina's gonna be a better team this year. What universe you smoking?
What universe? Well, Hayden, he's in his own world. You just get the privilege to visit it every now and then.
Oh, yeah.
And so we got the next matchup between the 8-2 Western Kentucky Hilltoppers versus the 6-4 LSU Tigers. Another night game for them, 6:45.
So you want to dog Hayden, and I would dog you. LSU. I mean, come on.
Abysmal. Hey, my team's bowl eligible though.
Yeah, but they look like hot potatoes.
Have you seen South Carolina?
Okay, solid point, but still.
Yeah, I win. So numbers here: 94% chance in favor of LSU, 23.5 again in favor of LSU.
Yeah,
And this is a Western Kentucky team that's sitting second now in the Conference USA.
I think they'll put up a fight, but LSU just has too many resources,
To not win this.
to not right. And if they, for some ever so reason, they don't.
That's something that's got to be discussed in the locker room or something.
Oh yeah, well yeah, You're trying to get into a bowl. Who do they play after them? Just to
Cupcake team again?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Ooh, that's
They've already got a bowl locked in.
Yeah, but
They're not beating Oklahoma, by the way.
no.
Absolutely not.
Here's the thing. So let's look at Western Kentucky's schedule here. They beat Sam Houston. They beat North Alabama, but who hasn't? They beat Nevada. They beat Missouri State. They beat Delaware. They beat Louisiana State. They beat New Mexico State. And they beat MTSU. So, again, Sam Houston, I don't think they've won a game all year. North Alabama,
Arkansas.
they're dog water. I really want to go Western Kentucky here. But I don't think LSU will cover. I will say that. I don't think LSU will beat them by 24 points.
Yeah, I like that way better.
I want to pick Western Kentucky here, especially get a good look in to see how they want to play next week when they have to travel to. Do they have to travel? Yeah, they play at home. They play Jacksonville State next week at home. Another Conference USA big bowl matchup feel.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think LSU will cover. I think LSU will win, but they won't cover this game at 23.5.
I watch them blow them out by 605.
Or 50 or something.
Yeah.
That's what I said last week against North Alabama. They actually got beat by Charleston State 66-0.
I mean,
So last step aside, take a word from Chuck, and we're getting to 5 SEC games.
This episode of the Under Review podcast is brought to you by Chuck's Heating and Air. Chuck has over 40 years of service and experience with residential services. He services most makes and models. He is Alabama licensed, bonded, and insured, and locally owned and operated. Are you hot and you're supposed to be cool? Are you cool and you're supposed to be hot? Then you've got a problem. Call Chuck. Area code 256-892-2757. Again, 256-892-2757. Chuck's Heating and Air.
256-892-2757. Chuck's Heating and Air for all your heating and air needs. So let's get into the big mumbo jumbo, the SEC 5 games of the week, or the Under Review Podcast 5 games of the week.
But really, once you get into these games, besides this one, I think this one probably could have played top, been number 1, because it's probably going to be the closest game.
I disagree, but I digress for now.
Anyway, I mean,
Boomer Sooners hold a matchup between the 7-3, 23 ranked Missouri Tigers, taking on the 8-2, 8th ranked Boomer Sooners, 11 a.m. on the ABC Network.
well, as good as Oklahoma looked last week, I can't say enough. I don't know if they will dominate as much as they did Alabama, but I think they'll get the win here. I mean, Mizzou, they're hanging around in the top 25.
I don't see them making as many mistakes as Bama did, honestly.
No,
Have you seen Matt Zollers play?
he throwed it backwards.
Oh, yeah.
He pulls a Jeremy Johnson every once in a while.
Yeah, but no, I mean, I know big games like it was with Alabama that everything's hot. It's just, once you get on a roll like they did, and like Collin said, the mistakes that Alabama made and Oklahoma capitalized every single one of them. Yes. I don't know if it will be that way in this game, but I definitely like Oklahoma. What's the spread?
So we got 64% in favor of Oklahoma, and a spread is sitting at 7.5 for Oklahoma.
I have to agree with Oklahoma, though. I have to take their side.
Yeah, I like it.
See, here's the big question. Can they stop the SEC's leading rusher and Ahmad Hardy with 1,346 rushing yards so far on this season? But hands down, newcomer of the year.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, and he wasn't as big as we talked about, like with Fluff and some other guys.
No, I think we marked him and Fluff. We talked them up so much. We talked them up so much that these numbers really don't shock me. I did say they both would run for over 1,000 yards. Fluff got injured. It kind of hurt him a little bit. But Ahmad Hardy, he succeeded, and he has 15 touchdowns this year. But if Oklahoma cannot stop him, he ran for 300 yards on the dot last week.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
it's
what? How did Oklahoma's defense? I mean, Oklahoma's defense, what they gave up 300 plus.
Oklahoma's defense gave up 400 yards last week.
Okay, that's what I was getting at. So that could be the big 7-point factor right there. I mean, both these teams are bowl eligible, but
both their offenses are pretty bolstered.
Right. So it's not to say I wouldn't pick Mizzou because I'm not a fan of them, but just as good as Oklahoma look, and hopefully they can carry that on, they're looking at maybe a 10-win season. Coming.
Yep. Ahmad Hardy is the thing here. He's had great promise. He's done great things for Missouri this year. So I'm going to go towards them, and I'm going to flop it. I say 7 points.
For Mizzou?
For Missouri. Yep.
Yeah, it's going to be tight.
Yeah.
I say Ahmad Hardy runs for about 200 yards as well. So
this 11 o'clock game, good. Get that early game out. But the rest of these games,
all night.
SEC conference matchup between the 2-8 Arkansas Razorbacks versus the 17th ranked 7-2 Texas Longhorns. 2:30 on the ABC Network. First of all, how did this game get on the ABC Network at 2:30?
That's a good question.
I would rather watch cows roll around in manure than watch this game.
I'm telling look, this I'm surprised this would even make ESPN Plus, but
I mean, you got abysmal.
Yeah, that's probably, you know why? Their quarterback, maybe.
Taylor Green?
Yeah, not Taylor Green. The other one. I know the spread's got to be, I would think plus 21 for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
83% percent for Texas to win this game. Only a 8.5 point favorite for Texas.
That was screwy.
That's like taking a gamble to me.
Yeah,
Like,
I think Texas will cover though.
Yeah, I could definitely see that, but only 8. I mean,
their defense is going to have to play really bad for Arkansas to beat them.
they've done it in the past, so I
I
wouldn't.
was about to say they've done it.
Mhm.
Arkansas hasn't looked bad these past couple of games after firing Seth Pittman though.
No, I did think, and it sucks to say, but we knew it was coming. Heck, we thought it should have been last year.
Should have beat Mississippi State. They should have beat LSU. Which again, those two games really don't say much. But
No. Now, if you'd have said that at the beginning of the season, I thought you'd be crazy as heck. But now,
right.
Where the chips are starting to fall, I wouldn't have even saw that coming. But yeah, definitely going the Manning Longhorns here.
I think the Longhorns will definitely cover this game.
Here we go.
7-3 Smoky, the 20th ranked Tennessee Volunteers go to the Swamp at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, 3-7 Florida, 6:30 on the ABC network.
Florida. Okay, I will say Florida is bad at 3-7, but they play. If they can put 4 quarters of really good football, if they could take each quarter from certain games that they played and just put it all together, I think this game would be a little bit closer.
I have to agree with your statement.
Yeah.
Yeah, Florida's not a bad team.
No,
Yes, they did lose to South Florida, but that was kind of the downfall for Florida there.
Right. They look so good. I mean, and I hate the way Lagway's season is going because he's not kind of really filled the shoes of Mertz and the other guys behind him. But I know the kid wants it. That's the sad part. But Tennessee,
Mert's shoes wasn't that big to fill anyway.
no, there weren't no Tebow shoes or nothing like that. But
right, that's like stepping in Bigfoot.
Florida's lost to Kentucky, though. That needs to be studied. Like,
Auburn's also Kentucky needs to be studied. What you mean? So
right now, any loss from Kentucky needs to be studied.
yes, because they're
Kentucky has
just
a better
kind of
record
there.
than Auburn. So I mean,
Well, yeah.
but 65% in favor of Tennessee this game. Take a gamble on the point spread.
17
Okay. Collin?
point spread.
I'd give it 18, a little bit more.
Just a field goal.
Just a little bit.
3.5.
Whoa, that ain't no way.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so, but see, that tells me that Las Vegas thinks Florida's good.
I think Las Vegas don't bump their noggin.
True. But look, Tennessee has struggled. They haven't,
But so has Florida. Florida struggled too.
so this might be a better ball game than we think.
Let's not forget Tennessee's pick 6. End zone from Bama.
Nobody cares. But no,
I say trap game. I say Florida's going to beat them.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
It wouldn't surprise me if Florida beat them or if they came out and hung 35 on Florida. There's no in between, though.
No.
They just have to finish their game. They have to, get a hold of everything.
Right, like I said, if they can just put 2 half or, 1 quarter at a time, put it together, this could be a daggum dogfight.
Yeah.
It could. I think.
But
let's head on the road real quick and if I can find it. Here it is.
Oh, yeah.
Wrong one. That is not what I thought it was.
I was like, what in the...
Here it is.
I wouldn't even ask.
Got a Big Ten matchup between the 8-2. I didn't put rankings on this one, but 8-2 USC versus 9-1 Oregon, 2:30 on CBS.
Oh, where is this ball game still in Big Ten competition as far as championship wise?
So we got they're 3-4, but they would have to have a loss to. I think Indiana's done playing, so Ohio State would have to lose between who they play this week in Michigan. I don't see neither one of those happening.
No, but
whoever would win this game would be third, and they would be right there in the falling spot if somebody would lose.
Yeah, but I don't see that happening.
No, me neither.
No, yeah, Ohio State is Ohio State, so
I feel like Oregon might be too comfortable right now.
that.
They're where they need to be.
But USC can play spoiler right here, and
USC has
They
been
play
good
a
this
lot
year.
of ranked teams.
Oregon is 7th, USC is 16th. So USC is actually fighting for a playoff spot here.
wow, that's big for them.
I mean,
So-
Oregon is too if they lose, but
USC, it matters a lot more for their team.
Jordan Malava has played really good ball this season. 201 for 301, 18 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 2,868 yards. Dante Moore, on the other hand, 185 for 254, 21 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 2,100 yards. I mean, 72% in favor of Oregon at home in Autzen. So with that, what do you say the point spread is? We've had a wild point spread here, so take that into consideration. These are 2 ranked teams.
6.
Okay.
I'll give 10.
10.5
Okay.
in favor of Oregon.
Okay, so that's this is the 2:30 game. So, I mean, at Oregon,
I think it's still going to be a pretty good dogfight.
yeah, I think
It's going to be Big Ten football.
yes. Which Big Ten has showed out this year. I'm not gonna say they haven't. But
So what you got? Final predictions.
So my bad. Who was USC's losses to?
I didn't even look that up.
Collin's got it.
Scroll. Like Friday.
Illinois and Notre Dame.
Okay.
Illinois was ranked at the time, too, so remember that.
At the time, yeah, before they got beat out by Indiana.
I don't know. I like Oregon, but then again, the underdog in me likes USC.
I have
And
to
I
agree.
like that mascot, too.
Well, I don't like USC because of Reggie Bush, and then I don't like Oregon because they're Oregon.
Yeah, it's just Dan Lanning.
I'm gonna go upset, but I'm gonna go Trojans.
Same.
Technically, an upset if we all go USC. So I think we go clean sweep here, USC. Upset in Autzen this weekend. So now it's time for the Under Review Podcast Game of the Week. That's a little 5-5 Kentucky go to 12th ranked Vanderbilt, who's 8-2, 2:30 on the ESPN network. This is a rivalry game. It's a rivalry.
What's the rivalry?
2 teams that hate each other that suck in the SEC.
8-2's not sucking, my friend.
Yeah, they gave Bama a hard time.
I mean, from the past, they have.
Oh, from decades ago, yes.
Yeah.
They couldn't find their way out of a Walmart.
No. Run the ball.
Yeah, I don't. I think Kentucky can hang with them, but Pavia, Stowers, them guys, I think they're way too much for them.
This is mostly Kentucky leads the all-time series 48-44, 4 ties. It's just called the Kentucky Vanderbilt football rivalry. As generic as you can get.
I would say that. Yeah, that is that makes a lot of sense but no, again, Kentucky hang with them, but Vandy's too much.
Yeah, they're just a little bit more than they can handle.
Mm-hmm.
See,
Well, Todd, he's got
Here we
Kentucky
go.
strings, yeah.
Here we go.
now I do 76 in favor of Vanderbilt. Can't get it. Point spread here. It throws me off. With all the games that we've had, it just throws me off. It's only a 9.5 point favorite for Vanderbilt at home. That's the thing. You're playing at home against a 5-5 Kentucky team, and you're only a 9.5 point favorite.
It's It's a look, but let's watch. I think Kentucky can hang with them. I
I
think
mean,
they
Auburn
can.
hung with them. I mean,
But
here's the
Auburn,
thing.
looking
Auburn
at
hung. Okay. Kentucky beat Auburn.
whoa,
Auburn hung around with Vandy. So what's telling me that Kentucky is not beating Vandy this week?
They have a chance. I would say that they have a chance
yeah,
to beat them.
I just
It could happen.
it could, yeah. If Angels in the end zone,
I've seen crazier. I've seen Gavin Winston throw a 62-yard Hail Mary right before halftime last week for JSU.
yeah, that was just
That's pretty.
Beautiful.
I mean, I'm going Kentucky.
I know.
No shocker. There's a little bit of upset here. Vanderbilt thinks they have one more shot to get into the playoffs. Kentucky can be that team to stop them. Auburn couldn't do it. Nobody else can do it. I think Kentucky, and gets bowl eligible, beats Vandy this week.
I'm going anchors down just for.
Well, that's terrible.
I'm kind of in the crossfire here because you want Vandy, he wants Kentucky. So it comes down to me.
Yeah, so you're the middleman here,
the
Pat
ultimatum.
You're Pat McAfee, but if you stand on the chair, you'll probably fall.
Oh yeah.
Don't take your shirt off too, because
If you don't take your shirt off, you can. But that's
Bet.
yeah. Well,
Nah, I'm gonna go with honestly. I'm gonna go for the upset.
you're killing me, Collin.
I'm gonna go for the upset.
But I can see it happening. I wouldn't be shocked if it happens, but just where Vandy's at, they're going to be fighting more for looking to get in that playoff.
Kentucky's just been.
so they're overlooking Kentucky is what you're saying.
See that? Why do you always rearrange my words?
Because you said it, so I had to rearrange something to find out a good hitting point here.
I got a hit point for you. Yeah.
Right the toes. That's just my take on it. I don't know. But that's all we got for you. I want to thank Collin for joining us. Want to thank God for bringing us here, thank you to the wives who letting us do this and not killing us.
Didn't you say you hit that upset button one more time, she's going to swat you. We just got threatened.
And I'm still here.
Yes.
But want to thank you to the Dadpod, Nicholas Adams, and Hunter Brassfield. Thank you to HCS Media, Hayden Coker, live from the Buffalo Wild Wings every Thursday, 7 p.m. He don't pay me for that, but he should.
I think so, right?
Should start. There we go. Who else we got?
Tactical Home Pest, Jud, Random, Cody.
Jud Dickinson, Brandon Trammell, and Cody Mailer whenever he decides he wants to show up again.
Right.
Yeah.
I gotta get him back in the gym with me, bro.
Yeah.
And then
Drag him down there.
Only Jim Mama lives up 3 houses down.
oh jeez. But again, that's all we have for you tonight. Thank y'all for joining us, and we'll see you next time when we go under review.
Pleasure.